Hey, ma'am, and welcome to Cali's Tea Talk show, where today we're going to be gossiping about some juicy tea off the internet. Let me just do a quick disclaimer. Nothing that I talk about is made up by me, okay? I don't be spending hours Googling and doing deep research on people's life. I don't care that much. Just random videos be popping up and I talk about it. So that's what my show is going to be about. My name is Miss Tanika, okay? My real name is Cali. I go by the name of Cali, but Tanika is kind of like my alter ego. She's somebody who I hold so deep and dearly to my heart. Anyways, so today we're gonna be gossiping about stuff that we see that I done seen on the internet. So first thing first, once again, quick disclaimer, nothing that I talk about is made up by me. We just gonna be gossiping and spilling tea. Yes, ma'am. So first thing first that I want to talk about, baby. I don't know if y'all ever heard of, I'm pretty sure y'all heard of Selena Gomez. She the girl who played off Wizard of Waverly Place on Disney Channel. She also used to date Justin Bieber, my man who I used to be so obsessed with, The Weeknd. If you want to know anything about me, I used to have a super big crush on The Weeknd. I kind of do sometime when I listen to his music, but he not my man no more. That don't mean that you can like him yourself, but I'm just saying I'm not that obsessed no more. But anyways, so we gonna be talking about this. The first thing we gonna be talking about. I know it's such a random topic to be talking about Selena Gomez, Justin Bieber, and his wife Hailey Bieber, but baby, let me tell y'all something. I fell into a rabbit hole on TikTok, and if you ever fell into a rabbit hole on TikTok, you know how deep that get. Okay, so basically people been exposing Justin Bieber wife on TikTok. They've been doing it for years actually, but just recently I fell down the rabbit hole of how obsessed she is with Selena Gomez. Baby, it's actually pretty scary. So first thing first, this lady done got the same tattoo. Selena Gomez got a G behind her ear. It's a cursive G. It represents her little sister name. Tell me why this lady done went and got the same letter G behind her ear. That ain't it. That ain't all. I know you thought, man, girl, what that don't mean she upset. Baby, that ain't even half of it. She be stealing this lady phrases, stuff, proof of stuff this girl done said in interviews word from word. She go right back and say the same exact stuff word from word. She done stole this lady wardrobe. Anything you see her wearing one day, next thing you know, she on Instagram posting same thirst trap in the same panties. Girl, what the hell? You done stole the lady panties out her drawer. So what's going on? Stealing tampons too, girl. Baby, I don't know what's going on. What you gonna steal the lady hair off her head next? Steal the panties off her booty next? What? Anyways, then she had the nerve to lie like she was never really a big fan of Justin Bieber. Whenever he came out, she was never really that big up into him. But you see proof, 4K proof. I don't know if it was actually 4K. I think it was HP 150.1. Because you know they didn't really have 4K back. But anyways, they done got videos of this girl at concerts with magazines and posters and taking pictures with him. And then she had the nerve to lie like she was never really big on him and never really a big fan and stuff. They got pictures of her in the back like looking at this man in the audience all just staring him deeply in his eyes. And she just lying like she never knew he existed. Baby, I know this probably don't sound crazy to y'all, but I'ma add everything on the screen because baby, that stuff had me in a deep rabbit hole. I was just sitting up there watching videos back to back, and I don't even really, care too much about. I'm not saying I don't like Selena Gomez, but I never been a super huge fan. I did like her on Disney Channel, but I was never like, like a super crazy fan about her music and stuff. I'm not gonna lie. I can't lie and just sit back and act like I'm such a big stan. I was never a stan. She's a beautiful girl. She made great music. I heard a couple of her songs, but I never just really was a huge fan. I did like her on Disney Channel. I used to try to, do the little sound when I was little. Dun, 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 dun. Be in the mirror like that and stuff. Yeah, but I don't know. I never was a huge fan like as an adult. Honestly, nothing wrong with her. I'm just saying I never was a huge fan. Same thing with Justin Bieber. Y'all may call me crazy, but I was never a super huge fan. I don't know. I always like super freaky music. I'm just being honest. I always listen to The Weeknd and Chris Brown, R. Kelly. I'm just playing. I ain't listen to all them folks. But anyways, I did grow up off of Nicki Minaj, Lil Wayne, the big trio with him, Drake, and all. That's the kind of music I grew up listening to. And of course, some old style music. My mom used to be playing that pimping music, whoa, 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 that kind of stuff too, girl. So I used to listen this one song by Justin Bieber that I love, and it's called "As Long as You Love Me." I ain't gonna lie, I did used to listen to that song as a kid, like when I was like 11 or 10, picturing that I had a boyfriend that was crying and stuff. In the bathroom crying about a non-existent boyfriend that I didn't have. Probably why I didn't listen to his music, honestly. I'm just in there fantasizing, crying about a man I ain't even got. I'm in there crying like I'm a widow or something, like my man didn't passed away at 10 years old. Okay, that's why I didn't used to listen to his music. But anyways, yeah, that whole situation is super crazy, and I'm gonna be sure to put the proof on the screen. Cause I ain't gonna lie, at first I thought that they used to be bullying her because they wanted Selena Gomez and Justin Bieber to be back together so bad. Y'all know how some people be super obsessed with their favorite celebrities who used to go together. But girl, them people weren't lying on that lady. She a stalker for real. Probably stalking you and me right now. Anyways, let's move on from that because it's kind of giving me the creeps a little bit. Yes, ma'am. Anyways, the second thing people been talking about really bad on TikTok is this girl by the name of Diamond. Okay, she 27 years old. She a 27-year-old stay-at-home mom, and her husband is 51 years old. Yes, you heard correct. Her husband is 51 years old. No judgment here. You get what I'm saying? Maybe I need me a unk that old too. Pushing 70, matter of fact, probably 80. Put me in that wheel. Leave me some cars and stuff, some land too, girl. But anyways, so she basically is a full-time stay-at-home mom. Her husband is a firefighter. So he got 24-hour shifts, which basically means he never really at home unless he offers something like that. So basically, I guess she's starting to outgrow the relationship. She's starting to see that it's not for her. I guess she's starting to feel like a single mom within the marriage, and also some of the things that her husband say to her, it don't really sit right with her. She basically came out and said that he basically said that a woman is nothing but a man assistant. So you mean that I'm nothing but an assistant to you? You don't see me as a human being, and you don't feel like I have no reason to be tired as a mom? And baby, you got to go. You and your high cholesterol, you gotta roll. You and your big swole ankles, as soon as you run the loud, baby, you gotta go. Cause what you mean? Baby, I'm glad she leaving that man, but the reason why they going viral and they been all on the blogs and stuff is because she been getting super popular on TikTok. Okay, her TikTok been blowing up because she been sharing her journey, and she be doing like daily vlogs of her life and stuff. So basically, She came home one day after taking her daughter swimming. She got 3 daughters by him. They all little. So she came back after swimming lessons, came back home, and he then ripped all the pictures off the wall, the family portraits of them and their kids, the family pictures. He then went up in her beauty/content room and took everything. He bought her all the perfumes, her wedding ring, and he then left big boxes up in her room and moved all her clothes to that room. Baby, what in the petty old bit of them? Baby, she been documenting her journey though. She giving it raw and uncut. She said she don't have nothing to be embarrassed about. She loved her husband. She did say that she had personal issues within her life growing up in her childhood, so she felt that was the reason why she did date an older man. But she ain't afraid of her journey. She said, "Hey, I thought it was gonna work, but it didn't." And she trying to move on with her life. She trying to build her platform up so she could make her some money and all that kind of stuff, so she could be able to leave. But he's super bitter because he follow her on TikTok, and she said he be watching her videos. And girl, that man real bitter because he see her blowing up and stuff and getting all this support, and she getting posted on blogs and all kind of stuff, girl. Mm-mm-mm. But I wish her and her kids the best. But always make sure you have your own as a woman, basically. And I wish her the best on her journey. She got through 3 beautiful daughters, and she got a huge support system on social media, girl. But you know that they basically finna shut TikTok down again, cause it basically was a temporary thing with them bringing it back. So it's basically gonna be deleted in April again. So hopefully she can move on to another platform and build up over there and keep making her coins for her and her kids. I wish her the best. No judgment here. Baby, do your thing. Leave Big Papa alone, cause that's what she called him. Leave Big Papa alone. Him and his high cholesterol. Leave that man in the past. But anyways, yes, ma'am. Reporting live. People also been talking about DDG and Hailey. So if you don't know who they is, you should. Cause at least Hailey, she the girl who played the Black Little Mermaid. She the Black Little Mermaid, the face of Black Little Mermaid on Disney. For Disney. So basically, DDG had came out on his live Twitch stream, and he was basically saying how she be keeping him away from his baby and all that kind of stuff, and he don't ever really get to spend time with his son, and he didn't want to come out and say nothing and ruin her image, but he don't care no more because he don't play when it comes to his child, and he feel like it's kind of petty because he want to be in his son life, and he love his son, he love Benedict. My whole thing is, we don't know these people from a can of paint. All we know is what they post on social media. But from what I see on social media, girl, Hailey do not seem bitter. She don't seem like the type that'll just, "Give me my son, I'm finna put you on charge." She don't seem like that type, but I don't know her. Okay, I don't know her, you don't know her, we don't know her. But we just going by what we see off social media. She do seem like the type that want him to be in his son life and that want the best for her son. But recently, she came out on her Snapchat, and she was basically saying that her and her son was sick with RSV. And if you don't know what RSV is, it's just like the flu, but it's for kids, and it's really serious. It's even some kids that pass away from RSV. It's super serious. It's really serious. My son had it before, girl. He was super sick, so I know how serious that can be. But anyways, I guess that's the reason why she didn't feel comfortable with her son being out and all that kind of stuff. And I guess DDG felt some type of way because he felt like he wasn't spending enough time with his son. Boy, you be with your son all the time. We see you all the time with your son 24. He used to be on Snapchat 24/7 with his son. I mean, of course, stuff gonna change because they co-parenting, they no longer together. So you ain't gonna be able to be with your son every single day like how you was when y'all was together because y'all ain't in a relationship no more. Both of y'all live in different houses in different areas. So that's the realistic part of being up in, raising a kid up in a broken home, but it's, with both parents single and they just co-parenting. That's the realistic part about it, baby. You ain't gonna be able to spend all the time in the world with your son because he got two two different sides. You know, he got his mama side, his daddy's side, so y'all gotta evenly split custody unless you go to court. Cause what I'm supposed to do, call CPS? What we supposed to do, go to court for you? Why you telling us your business? Thank you for telling us. So I can talk about it, but what you want me to call CPS or something? Go to court for you, book an appointment, baby, be your lawyer. I don't know what I can do. Girl, I can't even handle kids. I was watching my nephew the other day. He a newborn baby girl. We both in there crying. He then took his pacifier out his mouth and gave it to me. We just crying, looking at each other. Deeply in the eyes. Girl, he saw how stressed out I was. He took his pacifier out his mouth and gave it to me. He got like 3 strands of hair. I then took my wig off. I got 3 strands too. We both stressed out. Twinning. Anyways, yeah. Wish them the best. Hopefully they get their co-parenting situation together. But I don't know. Holly, she just don't give bitter vibes. I don't know. If she do, she do. And just go to court. What we supposed to do? Fight for custody for you? Leave a million comments and baby, I'm not doing that. Go to court. Anyways, so people also been talking about this couple by the name of Resilient Jenkins. I did talk about them in my Pink Luxury Salon videos. They basically a biracial couple and they got 5 kids. It's 7 of them in total because it's 2 adults. So basically they currently trending on TikTok, girl, because they recently got evicted. I'm not the person to talk about nobody at their low points. So I'm not saying this to be, you know, like a dirty person or nothing like that. I don't like to talk about people at their low points. But my whole thing is I don't feel bad for the parents. If anything, I feel really, really bad for the kids. This just me getting serious on a deep level because I grew up experiencing homelessness as a kid and going from house to house and, you know, having a unstable childhood. Just getting a little vulnerable, baby. Just got to keep it real. I grew up in that kind of environment, so I know how it is as a kid when, like, I know how they can affect you, basically. So, honestly, they recently got evicted. Today, she was filming them picking up their stuff and all that. But my thing is, the reason why I don't feel sorry for the man or the lady is because, let me break it down for you before I sound like an a-hole. Let me break it down now, because I don't play about kids. Okay, I don't play about kids. But anyways, so she basically wanted to go viral so that man could keep getting her pregnant. She said that at her own mouth. That he said if they get viral and famous, and basically they built this huge platform that he was going to give her as many babies as she want. And they was going to keep expanding their big family. Their goal is to have 12, 10 kids, 13 kids, a super big family. Mind you, this man don't got no kind of job. He one of them men who stay at home all day, play the video game. And that's it. I think he do DoorDash and Instacart. Baby, you getting one to 2 orders a day thinking that you just a hard-working man and coming home getting your feet rubbed, bubble baths. This literally their life. I'm not being over dramatic. He coming home after doing 1 DoorDash order. Honey, I'm home getting a bubble bath and home cooked meals. Baby, what y'all got going on? It's the brain cells in the room. What else? What the fuck? Baby, you sitting up here. You literally giving this man bubble baths like he didn't work a 15 to 25 hour shift. This man then went to Walmart and picked up 2 items for $6.78. That ain't me knocking nobody hustle, baby. Get your coins. But when you a grown man and you got 5 kids in the house, baby, you need to be out working a real job. It's time to put them, that's a side hustle for your family. Y'all literally got 5 kids, just had a newborn baby. And then even the girl mama, she came out because the girl was trying to make people feel so bad for her and talk about how she don't got no family and all that. Her mama came out with a video and said she told her that her and the kids can come to her house. But she said that her man can't come to her house because she don't like him, because she feel like he be manipulating her daughter and he be using her. Like he got her over her doing all the cooking, cleaning, raising all the kids, including his son, because he got a son with another lady. Not to mention he got another son by another lady he don't even take care of at all. But one of his sons living with him and them, she raising all the kids and cooking and cleaning while he going doing one DoorDash order per day. A hard-working black man. Baby, is it just me? What's going on? Not judging nobody, but baby, what's going on? I wish them the best. That's all I got to say. I love the kids and I genuinely wish the best only for the kids and the kids only. I hope that they get themselves together because of their kids. You get what I'm saying? And then she had the nerve to be like, kids don't know what they're going through. Like, they just know when they're happy, they're happy. Baby, kids know when you broke and struggling. I don't care what nobody say. Kids know. I used to know we was broke and struggling. Because whenever my friends would talk about their life, I didn't even talk about my life, baby. It was nothing exciting to talk about. I'm finna go back home to a motel room after I get out of school and have to worry about what we about to eat. That's just real life that happens to kids every day. But anyways, this is the end of my Tea Talk channel show. And I will be back with episode 2. I do have to let you guys know in advance that the Pink Luxury Salon videos, they will continue. But this just like my new segment for whenever I want to film a video and talk about, and gossip and all that kind of stuff with y'all. But I don't feel like doing no hair, because sometimes I just be want to pull out my camera and just film little videos for y'all like this where we can just vibe out, girl, and gossip like this 101. But I'm going to see you next time, okay? Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. It's storming, so yes, ma'am. I gotta go.
Cali's Tea Talk Show. Juicy gossip.